Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You are not just riding with me through the west side of the Heights today. I do have a little helper. Here she is. Say hi, Oakley.
Hi.
She is gonna be tagging along, so let's go ahead and check out the west side of the Heights. All right, we are going to start by driving up Main Street in the Heights. Main Street just goes straight up the middle and it's kind of split like the east side of the Heights and the west side of the Heights. Main Street is a very obviously main street. It has all the shops and services, businesses, gas stations, fast food, Target, Walmart, all of that is off of Main Street. So you're not going to see any houses here, but I wanted you to get a feel of what this looks like. And yes, summertime, there is road construction. You can bet on it. Approaching the intersection of Wicks and Main. This is a really main area of travel because of the schools. This is a straight shot to Skyview High School. Walmart is also nearby. So sometimes in the morning and the afternoons around the school start and dismissal times, you're going to see a little bit of traffic on this road. This is just another main route through the Heights that I wanted to show you. There are homes here, there's a doctor's office, gas stations, parks, all kinds of stuff off of this road here. And the houses that are right on Wicks are going to be somewhere in the 200,000s. There's also apartments and townhouses, and down here at the very end there's an orthodontist, and Ortho Montana is now out here, so there's a lot going on off of Wicks. All right, now we're going to turn at the intersection of Wicks and Governors. This is near the area of Castle Rock Middle School. We just passed some apartments, but there are homes right off of this Governors Boulevard. They're mostly 1970s homes, split level, ranch style homes. The ones on the right do back up to some state land. So these homes would be somewhere in the 200s, about mid 200s to upper 200s, and then a couple of them probably in the low 300s. Now we're going to pass through an intersection here in just a minute, and once we pass through, it actually changes to Hilltop Road. Hilltop Road goes right back to Main Street. So we just made a loop around basically, but I wanted you to get a feel for the houses that are off of Governors and Hilltop. This is a pretty heavily traveled route in the Heights, but these homes are priced so great, usually like in the mid to upper 200s, very affordable. And there are some apartments off of here, and then coming up on the right hand side there are duplexes, so if that's something you're looking for. There is some new construction here off of Hilltop Road, just on the left. We're actually going to get a closer look at that a little bit later, but I just wanted to show you some of these main routes that loop together off of Main Street. All right, we're back on Main Street, and I wanted to show you another way to come into the Heights. So we came in from Main Street, but now we're going to come from like the west end. Airport Road is a really quick and easy way to get to the Heights from the west end. So that's where I'm heading now. You can see Target, McDonald's, Starbucks, gas stations, Taco John's is super good, but that Airport Road is almost right here on the right. We're getting really close, so I'm going to come in from that direction. So now I'm coming into the Heights from Airport Road. This is easy access to downtown, the far west end, and obviously right by the airport. And this exit here, instead of going to Main Street, is going to take you to the Alkali Creek and Aronson area. So Aronson Avenue is another pretty main drive through the Heights. That is where we're going now. It's a little bit uphill, so be careful in the winter time when you're coming down. It can get a little icy, but there are houses up here and lots of them. Some of them overlook the Alkali Creek area. The ones on my left, those are going to be priced probably in the upper 300s to 600,000 depending on the finishes of them. But these homes here on the left and right hand side on Aronson Avenue would be somewhere in the mid 200s to upper 200s, maybe even low 300s. They're mostly split level homes, ranch style homes, some without a basement. All right, now we're going to take a drive on Babcock Road. This actually goes between Wicks and Governors. There are homes through here, all different streets and neighborhoods through here. These homes, again, will be in about the mid 200s, all the way up to the 400s, really, depending on the size, the condition, if it's been remodeled or updated. So not only are there single family homes, but you can see there are apartments and townhomes. There's all different types of homes in this area between Wicks and Governor's Lane in the Heights. All right, now let's hop on over to Lake Elmo Drive. Lake Elmo is another main route through the Heights. It runs parallel to Main Street, but it's a really great alternative to get closer to the neighborhoods if you don't need to do any of the shopping. So there are apartments, there are manufactured homes, there's single family homes, all different kinds of homes here on Lake Elmo. Some of them are older. There's like old farmhouses, which are so cool. Like they haven't been demolished yet. The owners are still there. I love it. That prices are really going to vary off Lake Elmo Drive. You're probably going to see somewhere in the upper 100s into the 200,000s depending, but there's some rentals off of here as well. So that's something to consider. This goes straight to Main Street. So you're going to see gas stations. The Starbucks that we passed earlier is down here, but there's some road construction that's blocking the road off. So we're actually going to head on up and check out all the streets just south of Hilltop Road. These homes were built mostly in the 1960s to the 1980s. They do vary in size and in style. Some are split level, some are ranch level, but there's some very, very unique homes in this neighborhood. It kind of winds up and down the hills here, as you can see, and they're going to be priced anywhere from the 200s all the way to the 400s, really depending. Some of them have bigger lots. You are going to pay a little bit more for a bigger lot and obviously a bigger home. So that is just something to keep in mind. But let's drive around and check out this really awesome neighborhood. Some of these trees are so big that you can't see some of the houses. So if you're looking for privacy in a park-like setting, this neighborhood might be it for you. This is just across Hilltop to the north. This is some newer construction in the early 2000s, and even today, some lots that are still for sale. And these would probably sell somewhere in the 300s. The brand new construction might be a little bit more. We're just going to wind down these streets. These are the streets of like Agate Avenue and Shamrock. Now, these ones are a little bit older, like we were driving through just a minute ago, 1970s, 1980s, in the mid to upper 200s. Passing back through that new construction and the new lots for sale that I just mentioned into Nutter Boulevard. We're seeing some ranch style homes with basements, 2-3 car garages, some built in the 90s, and then the ones we're approaching about in the 70s and 80s. And we are winding our way back to Hilltop Road. It all connects through here. Sometimes it can kind of feel like a maze, but what's so great is these big trees and bigger yards over here. Just across the street here, I want to show you some other options. There's brand new townhomes over here, just straight ahead to my right, which we're going to see in just a second. There's townhouses, there's single family, all kinds of homes over here. And when I'm driving through now, there's single family homes. And if you're looking for like a little less than quarter-acre yard, grown trees, that might be the area for you. And as you can see, there's those townhouses I just mentioned on the left. We're about to hit up a cul-de-sac that has some newer construction in it. There is a variety of homes in this area of the Heights. So truly, there's just something for everyone over here. We are back on Hilltop Road, and I just turned on Aronson Avenue, just winding through these neighborhoods of the Heights. Same thing over here, about mid to upper 200s, maybe some in the low 300s. Again, it all depends on the age of the home, size of the yard, condition of the home. All of that is a factor when it comes to the pricing in this area. So let's just keep driving and check it out. We're back on Hilltop Road where it turns into Governor's, and we're heading down Constitution Avenue. We're just going to check out more homes in this area. You can expect this area to be about the same. Mid 200s, upper 200s, low 300s, depending on the home, the size of the home, the condition of the home, and what features it has. All right, let's head across the street at Constitution. We're going to head to the area. I just refer to this as Eagle Cliffs. Eagle Cliffs Elementary is over here. I'm sure it has another subdivision name, but these are the streets of Calico Avenue, Ginger Avenue, and these homes, some of them overlook the Alkali Creek area, and it is so beautiful through here. You have single level ranchers, split levels, 2-story homes. A lot of these homes are very unique in their architecture and design. This is the street that overlooks Alkali Creek, and it's just absolutely beautiful back through here. Now, some of these homes are very unique in their style and design, and they could be upwards of 500, 600,000, especially if they're overlooking Alkali Creek. And then there might be some homes over here in the 200s and 300s. So it really depends. There's all kinds of homes over here. Really beautiful. But as you can see, I'm going up and down. It's a little hilly, some flat lots, some not so much. So it really depends. So keep that in mind if you're looking in this area. Well, let's do one more loop around to one more street, and then we will go down below and check out the Alkali Creek area. Before we go head down below where we just were at Alkali Creek, we're going to go over and check out some newer construction in this area by Skyview High School. So Skyview High School's been around for a while. That was Castle Rock Middle School. So Skyview High School, been around for a bit, but a lot of the houses around the school are newer. So we have some homes that were built in the 80s, homes that were built in the 90s, early 2000s, and there is still a ton of construction going on today. So let's just drive through some of these streets so you can check it out. Mostly homes in about the upper 200s, 300,000s, and probably a few in the 400s if they're a little bit bigger or on a bigger lot. 2 and 3 car garages. We're gonna have single level homes with a basement, split level, 2-story homes, all kinds of homes over here. This street is brand new homes built within the last couple years, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And the school is actually right up here. All right, there's the high school. I know a lot of people love this area, especially if you have a family. It's close to the high school, so I hear that a lot from different clients. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for something to be close to the schools, because the elementary and middle school is also very close as well. So these homes were probably built, in the early 2000s, and as I keep driving through here, you'll see brand new construction and still construction going on today. But it's the same thing with these houses here, 200s, 300s, and maybe a couple really close to 400 or in the low 400s. So I'll just keep driving around so you can check it out. Just to put it in perspective here, the area right across from the stop sign is where the Eagle Cliffs School was, where I drove through and said, oh, these houses overlook Alkali Creek. And that is where we are going to head to next. We are going to check out Alkali Creek. So Alkali Creek is really cool. It's wooded, lots of trees. There's pine trees over here. It's just below the backside of the rims below the airport. So if airport noise is a big no-go for you, this may not be the right area for you. You do hear airport traffic just a little bit. That is the Billings Saddle Club right there that we're passing on the left. There is an old gas station that's no longer in operation, but it's just super cool that it's still there. These homes are going to be about in the upper 200,000s to mid 300,000s in most of the streets over here at Alkali Creek. There was an elementary school that we just passed. We're going to see ranch-style homes, 2-story homes, split-level homes, and there's a few streets up here that are just so unique. Sun Valley Road, Moon Valley Road. There's even a house, I swear it's like built into the rims. It looks like an earth-bermed house. It's so cool. Now this actually connects to Skyway Drive. It does go all the way down to where we just were. And those are the homes I was telling you that overlook Alkali Creek. So that gives you a little bit of an idea that we're like down below in like a little bit of a valley. But yeah, this road goes all the way to that new construction that I was just driving through. It's super cool. Now, you probably could see that I've been passing some for sale signs. There's one on the left here, and there was one on my right. So there probably is going to be some development here in the next few years, some newer subdivisions coming in. I'm just assuming. I don't know of anything quite yet, but I think it's safe to say that this will be developing in the near future. This is the road here, Skyway Drive, that goes all the way back to Skyview High School, but we're going to turn back around because I want you to see all of the houses in Alkali Creek. Here's a better look at the ones that were up on Eagle Cliffs that overlook the valley down here. Super cool. Those houses might be more like 500,000 or so. Okay, so these houses here on these streets just south of Alkali Creek Road, or this might be a little bit west. Some of these streets are not paved, so keep that in mind. Some of these houses are going to be on a well. Before city services were out here, so maybe 1970s. Some of these houses have been here a while before there was city services. These houses will be in about the mid to upper 200s, 300,000s. Going up this hill a little bit on Valley Heights Drive, we are going to be passing by some $1 million homes, I would say, just as an estimate. These homes have views for sure. There is no city services up here, and there's actually no wells either. I think there's a couple lots up here in the very back that have been developing. You'll see once we get down here. They are going to be on a cistern where you have to have your water hauled. So keep that in mind. But really, there's only a couple of homes up here. It's not too developed, but I just wanted you to check it out. It has a really, really great view back here. But let's go ahead and head back down and just keep driving the streets of Alkali Creek. Okay, we're turning onto Senators, which connects Alkali Creek Road up to the Hilltop and Governors Boulevard area. And there's a few small streets down here with cul-de-sacs, some really unique homes. Super, super cool, as you can see. Cool roof lines, really great lots, mature landscaping and trees. You can expect these homes to be really anywhere from the 300s to 500,000s. And once I get through this cul-de-sac here, I'm going to go across the street to Judicial Avenue, and there's another house that is built into the rocks that actually just recently sold within the last year. Once I turn right here, it's going to be on the left-hand side. You'll get a glimpse of it. So, so cool. Really neat homes in this area. All right, we're headed to Moon Valley Road next. Moon Valley Road is one of those that once you start to get to the back, you see also unique homes, just like we came from on Judicial. A lot of the houses you actually can't see because the trees are just so grown, the landscaping's so mature, but just know that there's some really cool homes back here. And as you can see, much bigger lots, some acreage out here. So if you're looking for a little bit more privacy and land, this is going to be it. You're probably going to be looking in the 500,000 to 700,000s back here on Moon Valley. And also, because we're on the back side of the rims, you better watch out for rattlesnakes. Okay, in the last few streets of Alkali Creek, we're going to check out our Pinion Drive, which we're on now, and Indian Trail, Wigwam Trail are all in the area. Very similar homes on all of these streets. Ranch style homes, 2-story homes, split level homes, 1970s and 1980s in the year they were built. And I would say upper 200s to 400,000 really, depending on the home, give or take a little bit. I think it's safe to say there'd be a couple homes through here that would be a little bit more, especially the ones that are built right on Alkali Creek Road on the right hand side. There's a few of them. So I'll just drive through and you can check out the rest of the Alkali Creek neighborhood. All right, so Indian Trail pops out at the elementary school as you saw, but I'm gonna go all the way down to the beginning of Alkali Creek Road. I'm kind of backtracking, but there is a little tiny neighborhood at the very beginning. If you're looking for a bigger home with land, it's the little area of Morningside. I think there's less than 10 homes in here, but it's very private, beautiful landscapes through here. These homes are gonna be more in the upper 600 to 800,000s. It's very private back here, so I'm not going to drive back in their driveways, but I just wanted to loop around for you to check out this last bit of area here in Alkali Creek. Well, that's a wrap for the ride with me through parts of the west, part of the Heights. We still have Lake Hills and Lake Elmo area that we will go to next. So subscribe and stay tuned so you can check that out. She's a little grumpy about the wind coming in. I don't blame her.